we did have a recommend me prepared today. I
Yes.
want to get
Yep.
to that before we
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
before we end this.
Yeah.
So we do just a preface. We want to do these things where we just put out some stuff that people could try if they
Mm.
haven't tried it yet. So
Yep.
these are things that we absolutely like, whether
Mm.
it's music, TV, movies, whatever, books.
Right.
We feel very strongly about them. So
Mm.
this is the second recommend me episode
Yep.
or segment that we're doing.
Yep.
So yeah, you want to start?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. All right. I would recommend. Now it's so basically it's a book, it's a movie, and has a great companion soundtrack CD to it. The move the well it well we, You can start with the book and then watch the movie, and then listen to the soundtrack after watching the movie. Um, and the book is High Fidelity.
Oh,
High Fidelity, Nick Hornby. Yep. If you love music, if you love making mixtapes, if you love associating music with every highlight and with every peak and valley of your life, High Fidelity is a good recommend because basically so the book is set in the UK. The movie is set in Chicago. So some of the differences between Hollywoodizing a film adaptation, um, so the it tells the story basically of a music store owner. He owns a little record store, and basically the movie is him going through a breakup, and he starts basically him and his friends, his co-workers in the record store, they make like top five lists of everything, top five soundtracks, top five track one side ones of every of every their music knowledge is so extensive that they're able to just like reference and do these top five lists like out of nowhere. So he's going through it. He's reminiscing about his last relationship. He's listing down his top five breakups, and in order to kind of get over it, he's reorganizing his record collection and all that stuff. And along the way, it's just I love it because it references a lot of music and a lot of just just the knowledge that you get with with pop music if you watch the movie and read the book. The movie was produced in 2000, stars John Cusack as the primary as the main character. Um, very yeah. I like the way it uses pop music to kind of frame the narrative or the plot. So definitely recommend.
he's also that guy in that movie where he was holding the
Say
boombox, right?
anything.
Yeah, John
Yeah,
Cusack is that guy.
he's
For
really
some
cool.
reason, he
Yeah.
always gets
Mhm.
cast in these things. So
Yeah.
what's a very specific reason why you grab? I mean, apart from music, what's a very specific reason you gravitated towards that story?
It's
I mean, it's
the
very interesting, but what do you have any specific? What's the thing that kind of led you to it?
It's just how it's the culture and and the culture of like record collecting and just being able to discover new music. I like discovering new music even now. Like I would I'm not sure if you've heard of this app. It's called NTS.
What's that?
It's
MTS,
NTS. It's free,
NTS.
but you get it kind of gives you like playlists. It's not individual tracks. It's more of like a YouTube video. It's not a video, but it's more of like one long track of like 50 minutes to an hour, and it's curated by DJs and people who kind of have a lot of extensive music knowledge.
Is it this
So
one?
That one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right,
NTS. Yeah, so
let's
I
try it out.
can. So there's been like I saw it first on an ad on Instagram. It's like advertising like, oh, there was this wave of Japanese art, Japanese DJs who kind of like did G funk, something like that,
What?
or like yeah, or like they were like making like these tunes that were almost the same as like the West Coast G Funk sample tracks of the 90s. So yeah, like this, it's just the whole idea of discovering new music and like being able to associate you know music with like the highlights of your life. That's what really got me into what that's why it's one of my favorite books and movies.
That's interesting. So it says here
Uh,
that NTS
yeah,
is an abbreviation for nuts to soup.
yeah,
Okay, I'm the thinking. I think you did
yeah, yeah.
too. Recommend me, Sudhi. That's pretty good.
Uh,
I'm gonna check this out.
yeah.
It looks very interesting. Yeah, I know
Uh,
about this movie because
right.
I just saw the soundtrack and all that. I saw
Uh,
Jack Black's in here. Oh, you got
right.
Lisa Bonet as well.
Yeah.
I've seen this pop up on MTV every once in a while, and I'm
Right.
just checking out the soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
Is there any specific song here that you, because I've seen there's a lot of here. There's a lot of variety in this. You
Yeah.
got Stevie Wonder, Velvet Underground,
Yep.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
You
Yep.
got the Kinks.
Yeah.
Is there any specific one that is a highlight for you from a soundtrack
Oh, from
perspective?
from
Or
this soundtrack, yeah.
yeah,
Of course, the CB Wonder track was one of the best. I believe when I fall, it's one of his lesser known, songs, and then of course, the song "You're Gonna Miss Me" by the 13th Floor Elevators. It's the song that kind of ushers in the movie with in the
mm.
opening credits. It's one of the staples of psychedelic rock from the 60s, late 60s. And it is very eclectic. They have the Jam, a town called Malice. Have Aretha Franklin, Elvis Costello, the Kinks. Even even the ending. The ending scene where Jack Black sings Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On" and nails it, nails
All right,
it.
so I'm guessing Jack Black's more of a comic relief friend buddy
he
in
is. He
this
was the
movie.
comic relief. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
That's his
is.
role in this. Yeah.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
it's funny because yeah, that the day that John Cusack or Rob, his name is Rob. The day that Rob breaks up with his girlfriend and he's in the record store and he's like sulking, and Jack Black comes in playing "Walking on Sunshine," and then and then freaking John Cusack's like, "Turn that motherfucker off, man!"
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
Those are the kind of films that I really appreciate as well, with a good usage of music,
yeah,
with how I like the for me the best uses of. We're gonna talk about the soundtracks in
yeah.
a bit.
Eventually,
We
yeah,
have that plan, but
yep,
the
mm-hmm.
way I kind of appreciate the usage of music is when
Mm-hmm.
they're a character in the movie and not just something to kind of distract you.
Mm,
I'll
yeah,
give an example of a scene that really, really, really took me.
yeah,
Okay, I have to search for that movie. So
yeah.
this is a movie about the guy who got his hand stuck in Utah.
Oh,
Um,
oh, yeah, yeah,
what's
yeah.
that? 127 hours.
Yeah,
So 127 hours is that movie. It's a guy who's it's a biographical film, directed by Danny Boyle. So Danny Boyle is one of my
yeah,
favorite directors. Okay,
yes,
so what Danny Boyle is known for is that he likes to use a lot of color
yes.
in it.
Mm.
He directed Slumdog Millionaire. So
Slumdog
if you want to look
Millionaire,
at that movie,
one of the
you can
best.
see
Yeah.
what his directing style is. He likes to use
Mm.
a lot of music. He
Mm.
likes to use a lot of color in his
I
movies. He
remember, I
uses
remember that because of Slumdog Millionaire. He also used MIA's paper planes for that movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
very
likes
well
he's
used.
very
Yeah.
very keen. He has a keen musical ear, and he uses these songs to describe the scene
Uh huh.
rather than just be a backdrop in it.
Right.
The music is actually part of the movie. And
Yes.
why I say that is because in 127 hours, so there
Hmm.
was this scene, I don't know if you've seen it. This is a good movie. Anyone should watch it. It's really
Right.
good. I do think that James Franco has been canceled, so there's not a lot of people who would
Mm,
recommend.
right.
But this was a really good movie if you're just looking
Right.
at that.
Yeah.
So there was a scene in this movie where he obviously got stuck. What
Yeah.
happened? He was hiking. He fell. His arm
Yeah.
got stuck in the
Stuck the boulder.
boulder,
Yeah.
and basically the gist of the movie is
He
he
amputates
had
it.
to cut his
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
He had to amputate his own arm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the guy's love Aaron Ralston is the name of the. He's
Right.
more of uh, a speaker now, but he still does mountain climbing, which is amazing,
Yeah.
right? He's just badass, all
Yeah.
around badass.
All
So he had to
around
cut
badass.
off his
Yep.
arm
Mhm.
to survive, really.
Yeah.
So this was the scene where um, he just first got stuck in the boulder,
Right.
and what happened was the way Danny Boyle directed the scene was masterful in my eyes because
Mhm.
you could see James Franco's character was trying his best to just get his arm out and just try
Yeah.
to make sense of the situation. He's
Mhm.
obviously very sad,
Mhm.
very angry. He's feeling all these negative emotions, right?
Yeah.
And then the soundtrack, the song that's playing in the background,
Mhm.
Bill Withers' "Lovely Day," was
Yeah.
playing all these scenes of agony
Yeah.
and all these colors because he's thinking of water.
Yeah.
He's showing images of colorful sodas,
Uh,
all while "Lovely Day" is playing.
wow.
It's just when you think about it that way,
Yeah.
that's just an amazing way to
Crazy.
frame
Yeah.
that scene of
Yeah.
this guy having the most miserable experience of this
Mhm.
life,
Mhm.
and then you're doing that.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I appreciate
Yeah.
music in the movies.
Yeah.
So I'm
Another
guessing that's what High Fidelity does
now
as
that
well.
now that you mentioned it, because we talked about this earlier, even before we started recording. Now that you mentioned it, one really good use of music was 500 Days of Summer, where that scene where Tom and Summer watch The Graduate, and they kind of well, The Graduate's already known for using Simon and Garfunkel's music,
Mm.
but the way they for that particular scene, and then they use Simon and Garfunkel's song Bookends. Bookends is like a minute, only a minute 32, but it's one of the saddest, like, it's one of the most final songs. You know, by final meaning it's probably a deathbed song, or like, you look back on the memories, and like that's all you have left, and it kind of becomes the segue for, this is where their relationship's no longer working, and and that same day, they she calls it quits over pancakes. So dude, yeah.
Like let's just say that movie came at a very 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 interesting time in my life. And I
Mm,
had to watch it a lot of times. It
yeah.
was so cool because my cousin took me to
Yeah,
my cousin took me to that bench. I think it's closed now,
it's
where
closed
the bench is
now.
overlooking.
I
Yeah.
went there so many times, like, when it
Yeah,
was
he
open.
took me to
Yeah,
that bench, and I was
yeah,
like, "Shit, man! I remember this. This is cool."
yeah,
So
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
yeah,
That movie is amazing, and
yeah,
I mean that's not my recommendation, but I can recommend
yeah.
that movie anytime. It's
Oh
just
yeah, absolutely.
a
Yeah, yeah,
perfect way of just using music, and
yeah.
the music
Mhm.
drives it. The music drives
The
it.
music
I
drives
mean,
it. Yeah, yeah.
you got the Hall and Oates song
Yes,
when after the night they spent together. He was just
yes.
walking around being crazy, right?
And then
That
he
was
looks
so
at
funny,
himself and he sees Han Solo.
right? That was so pretty. That
That
was
was
cool.
so
That was amazing.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, so my recommend me is a little bit of a two-parter
Mm,
because I don't think that. So I'm recommending two TV shows right now.
right. Okay. Okay.
I don't think you could watch one without
Without
watching
the
the
other.
other
Okay. Mm-hmm.
because not because they're related.
Right. Right. Right.
There are so many. There's no relation between these two shows.
Mm,
All I'm saying is, if you watch this, you're gonna experience so much greatness
mm.
that you have to watch this other one.
The other one. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
once you're done with that, you're gonna be so emotionally spent. You're gonna want to watch this to fill the void. That's where
Mm.
I'm getting at with this.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and if you watched Breaking Bad, if you watched Better Call
Better
Saul,
Call Saul.
all those great shows, they took their cues from these two shows, and I'm pretty much sure that everyone's gonna know this now. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've watched it,
Uh-huh.
But I've watched these shows multiple times. And
Right.
if you're a fan of those kinds of series
Mm.
where you just dig in and just set your emotions, feel
Yeah.
it, just shut your brain for a bit,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to watch these
Mm.
because in the list of the greatest TV shows, these two are gonna be in there.
Uh-huh.
Probably, probably, most likely top 10, but probably top 5, if
Mm.
not number one.
Mm.
Okay, I'm talking about the two shows here. I'm talking about The Sopranos,
Ooh.
and I'm talking about The Wire.
Oh, and The
Okay,
Wire. Okay, okay.
okay. So now
Gotcha,
I'm gonna
gotcha.
talk
Yeah,
about it
yeah, yeah,
separately.
yeah,
So
yeah.
what I love about um so they're kind of structured differently. I
Mm.
want to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about The Sopranos first
yeah.
because when I first heard about it, I just saw that it was a mafia thing at the
Right,
time.
right,
I
right.
was watching a lot of
Yeah.
Godfather, blah blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
Casino, Goodfellas. So
Yes.
it kind of gravitated me towards that show.
Right. Yeah.
When I was watching it, it didn't feel like that at all. It didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel like you're watching The Godfather. It didn't feel
Yeah.
like you're watching. It's like you're watching a guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're watching a guy and his family. I don't know if you
Right.
watched it yet.
Tony Soprano. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Rest in peace,
So
James Gandolfini. Yep.
he was so good. He was so
Yeah.
good. He was so good in that show. Now the reason why I recommend it is because yes, if you get away from all the violence, all the naughty stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you can see that it's just a struggle of a family.
Yeah.
It's just depicting this family that
Mm.
apparently just is in a different kind of business.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So
It's
if you're
kind of like,
expecting,
yeah, it's kind of like The Godfather too, because the Godfather was the same, where it really kind of humanized them,
yeah,
with
I
their
mean obviously they're
families.
horrible
Yeah.
people, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's still a fun watch, and
Yeah.
the way it's not as linear as some of the shows because
Mm.
you don't really need to watch each episode to get. You
Yeah.
don't need to watch like them sequentially. You can watch them. I mean, you want to try to watch them season by season because there's
Yeah.
just so much stakes
Uh-huh.
going on, and there's
Yeah.
some things that you need to understand. But the way they're painting these people, these quote unquote horrible people,
Mm.
is just amazing in such a way. They're putting him in these situations.
Right.
What and the thing is, one of the best episodes in that show is not even a mafia thing.
Yeah.
It's for me one of the best episodes in that show is when because Tony had a daughter who's going to college.
Right.
They were doing college visits. That was the best episode of the show for me,
Mm.
of that dynamic that they had with each other.
Oh.
But I don't want to spoil it too much. But
Right. Right. Right.
it's mostly just playing with the relationships of these characters
Mhm.
with the mafia as a background.
Yes.
It's very well written. The acting is top notch,
Mhm.
and you just get hooked. It's just something that grabs you and just
Right.
makes you realize how good it can be. I gotta say that um, it's not something that you'd want to watch in one sitting. It's kind of hard
Right.
to binge because of how
Mhm.
deep it goes. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things that you're gonna miss.
Right.
But if you're gonna watch a TV show, Sopranos is not a bad choice. That's one. So number two is The Wire because they go hand in hand in my opinion. The Wire is a different beast. The
Mhm.
Wire is not about the characters.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's about the city. It's the
The
city of
city,
Baltimore that's being depicted. So
Uh-huh.
you'd have it's not, if you go into watching The Wire and you're looking for a protagonist and antagonist,
Mhm.
then you're just gonna have a bad time because that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all about the city of Baltimore because the series was written by a reporter
Right.
who covered the city for years.
Mm.
And the interesting part of this show is that they structure it in such a way that each season
Mhm.
depicts a different sector of that society that lives in the city.
Oh.
A lot of people get turned off with The Wire because of the first season,
Mhm.
because the first season focuses on the street level drug dealers.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So there's a lot of okay. So Idris Elba was cast in this.
Mhm.
You got
Yeah.
you got Mota, right?
Wood Harris.
Wood Harris in there.
Yep.
This is where Michael B. Jordan got his start.
Michael B. Jordan. Yes.
He was so good in this show,
Mhm.
and you got a lot more. So the cast in the first one is heavily skewed towards the urban side of things, and that's kind of where people get turned off because of
Yep.
the dialogue.
Right.
There's a lot of street in it,
Yeah.
pretty much. Okay, and you get turned off. A lot of people get turned off,
Mhm.
but if you can get past that, this is such an amazing show because you're depicting all of these people in the city season by season. You have number one, you have the drug dealers, you have the
Yeah.
stevedores,
Mhm.
you even have children,
Literally,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
children that grows up in this, and you have the press. So all their stories are intertwined together. You have these
Mm.
characters playing off in each other,
Right.
and how I discovered the show is actually pretty weird because I knew that
Mhm.
Method Man was in it.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I knew that Method Man was in it, so I just
Mhm.
decided to check it out. But Method Man
Yeah.
doesn't appear until the later parts of the show,
Oh,
right? But I discovered again. I saw Wood Harris was in it, so I was
yeah.
instantly hooked.
Yep.
Idris Elba, he's British, but he plays
He's one of the
a
best
Baltimore drug
Yeah.
kingpin.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. And you got the cops as well. You got cops.
Right.
So you got politicians as well that's being
Mm-hmm.
depicted in there, how corrupt the system is and all that.
Yes.
It's just
Mhm.
coming from the Philippines. I just gravitated towards it because of how messed up the situation is and how
Yes.
similar the Philippines is to me when it comes to
Right.
that kind of situation
Mm-hmm.
with all the corruption and
Right.
all the stuff that goes on in the back.
Yeah.
And it's just there's a good mix of drama, comedy, and just action in it. And that's how
Mhm.
I again most of the actors that ended up on that show have great careers now. I just
Right.
mentioned Idris Elba. I
Yeah.
just mentioned Michael
Yep.
B. Jordan.
Yep.
Do you know? I forgot the guy's name. Did you watch The Waterboy? Do you remember The Waterboy?
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So one of his teammates in The Waterboy, the guy who was the kicker, basically
Oh.
So I forgot which other movies he's from, but they were really good in that show, and
Uh-huh.
I would recommend those two shows to anyone who
Mm.
just started. If you haven't watched it,
Right.
I would suggest you prioritize those shows. If you
Got
have,
it.
I think it's on
Mm.
HBO.
Yes.
It's their HBO show. So if you
Yep.
have that, go and watch it. It's
Yep.
just a fun watch.
Mhm.
I would suggest though that you just watch one at a time because it's just too much
Yep.
to take care.
Yeah,
to
of
handle.
course. Yeah, yeah. I mean, The
It's
Sopranos
so,
alone is already just the.
it's
Yeah.
so it's so heavy. It's
Mhm.
just I mean, I was when I finished The Wire, I was so emotionally spent. I wasn't able to rewatch it for another 5 years.
5 years. Wow.
It's just too heavy when that
Yeah.
thing ended and
Yeah.
the impact that it has on you
Right.
because there's a reason why those two shows are number one, number two
Mm.
on people's lists.
Right.
There's a reason why it's even better than Breaking Bad. That's
Mm.
what those shows are. So I would
Mm.
recommend The Soprano and The Wires. I know it's
Yep.
not a hard recommendation to make,
Right.
but it's just for me. It's just two amazing shows that I would
Yeah.
recommend it to everybody.
Awesome. All
That's pretty
right.
much it. So
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
that's all we have right now.
Yep.
We have the divisional happening tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow.
So we'll watch those.
All right.
Watch out for those. And then next week, well, the Lakers are going to be on their Grammy trip. It's going to be interesting what
Yep.
happens. Austin Reeves is scheduled to be back.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week.
Yep.
A couple of weeks from now, and
Mhm.
hopefully they get their bearings back.
Looking-
And trade season.
Yep.
Trade season
Trade
is
season
upon
is
us.
upon us. Yeah.
Right. This
We didn't
is
even get
everyone.
to talk about Giannis and the crowd.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about hopefully
Yeah,
some
we'll
trades
talk-
happen
yep.
because I
We'll
want to
see
talk
what
about
happens.
those.
Yeah. Mhm.
Everyone's eligible to be traded now, so
Oh.
let's see. There's some rumors coming around. I hope the Lakers make a move.
Let's see what
Yeah.
happens. Yep.
Listen for us this week. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We appreciate it. Love you guys, and see you next
See
week.
you guys. Sweet.
Cheers.
Peace.
Bye.